Hello the vinyl community and YouTube. Welcome to Sweden that have been having a whole lot of snow lately. Winter came very fast this year. Normally it comes a little snow, then it melts away, and a couple of weeks later the real thing comes. But right now we have winter like this, and well, let's see how long this will stay, but it looks like it will stay for a pretty good time right at the moment. Good opportunity to sit inside and do a video for Vinyl Community. Hello there, Mikkos, aka Vinyl Corner from Finland. How you doing? You had a thread where you wanted us to show Mustaches on records. And I thought it would be very interesting. I also promised that I would do a 10-on-1 from the 50s and best songs of the 50s and another year celebration, and I will, but I thought that I would make a short response here also. So mustaches. I can guarantee that I will never ever grow a mustache again. I've been having a mustache, not only a mustache, but I had a beard also. It was my grandfather who 16 years ago tricked me into grow a beard. He said that you would look very good in a beard. And I thought to myself, why not? I give it a shot. And I didn't look all that good. I actually have an old ID card from that time to show how I looked like around 2000-2001. And you really want to see that? Really? Okay, don't blame me. But here it is. I warned you. Looks like a wanted dead or alive picture from Alaska. So I had no glasses at the time. They came 1 year later when the beard came off, the glasses came on. But enough with my past mustache and on to the mustache on records, because that's why we are all here. I have put together a little mix of different mustaches on different genres, different ages, different years. So let's start with some jazz mustaches. Jazz musicians have, through the years, have all kind of decorations in their face, and many of them have mustache, like saxophone player Ben Webster on this album The Horn, with recordings from 1944. Make room. Swedish jazz, and it's a little more funny, add a little bit more if it's mustache combined with some kind of an odd hairdo also. Like Swedish accordion player Roland Cedermark on this album Whispering from 1977. Could sell vacuum cleaners with that smile. In the 20s, it was more ordinary than today to have a mustache on record sleeves, or for musicians, like Ray Noble here, big band leader. One of the more famous mustaches in jazz, Count Basie, on the album The Bosses, together with another mustache, Joe Turner. Another very famous jazz mustache, Dizzy Gillespie. Going on to the 70s. And what is it with the 70s and mustaches? In the 70s, the mustache really had a revival, you might say, because there were many mustaches in music back then. Like one of the most famous mustache, of course, Sammy Davis Jr. on this Beretta's Theme single. Some of the more comedy mustaches with comedy, cult classic, you might call it. German band JorgenS from the Eurovision Song Contest 1979, and the song Genghis Khan. But this one, I think I will grow a beard like that. Or what about this mustache? I'll figure out yet whether it's a man or a woman with a mustache. This is not a real mustache, but a mustache nonetheless. French cartoon character and dummy, Monsieur Tranquille, and the 70s cult disco classic, Mon Tribot. And one of the more famous mustaches in pop history, of course, is John Oates of Hall & Oates. Here on the album Bigger Than the Both of Us from 1976. And another of the most famous mustaches in pop history, should I say, some other mustaches, because they are, here you have the entire mustache league. Dr. Hook, Making Love and Music from 1977. That one is really good. What about this one? As I said, mustaches can be really interesting if they combine with this real strange hairdo. How about Quincy Jones, of course? I heard that. And we have another pretty famous mustache, one of the Bellamy brothers. And during the 80s, wasn't just as much, as not least in the pop business. It was a time when you're supposed to look, you were supposed to sell with your face and sell with your outside. And mustache wasn't all that interesting, I guess, for teenagers. With some exceptions, of course. Having this album by Swiss group Jello, 1 Second from 1987, and Dieter Meier and Boris Blank, pretty old-fashioned mustaches, mustaches that they had through all their career until this date, actually. But in the soul business, it was pretty ordinary still to have a very little mustache, like Rockwell here in Capture from '85. Then there were this kind of mustaches that you wonder, is this really good? It looked pretty pathetic, like Prince. I mean, magnificent musician, one of the best and funkiest men that ever was on earth. But this mustache doesn't look all that good on the Love Sexy album. I mean, if you gotta have a mustache, have a real one instead of a little thin line on your upper lip. A little bit better in album earlier, a few years earlier, Controversy. But then we have some of my favorite mustaches, even though these are, of course, I guess, fake mustaches. But in the early 90s, Pet Shop Boys did some promo pictures supporting a very classic mustaches. And one of these pictures ended up in the cover sleeve of a bootleg called Heaven from '91, a live concert from London, 15th of October in 1991. How about this one? Here you can talk about Thompson and Thompson in the Tintin series. The real classic. So, Mikko, I hope that you are satisfied and that you have seen some interesting mustaches. I hope that you get a whole lot of more responses for this thread, and that you and everybody else have a really nice ending of the weekend and beginning of the week. And take care, everybody, and so long.